All right, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about like the switching from Xbox over to PC. Now, I know there's a lot of people really uncomfortable with the notion of giving up the convenience of playing on a console to move over to PC, a platform that you um, um, it can be that can kind of be a little bit intimidating, especially at first. Like when you first start thinking about it, there's just so many options out there. You don't know what to do. You try to ask people about maybe getting a pre-built, and everybody barks at you. Don't do that. Build it yourself. And then you just kind of feel lost. Like, I get it. You don't know. You don't know if you can use a controller. You don't know if you're going to be able to hook it to your TV. There's just so many stupid things out there that prevent players or people from moving over, from taking the leap, to go from playing on a console to playing on a PC. You just hear all these stories about, oh, the games are buggy or they're broken, or and it couldn't be further from the truth. I would say like the PC experience is at least 90% solid. Like 90% solid. Like, yes, obviously you can get games that are in early access. So if there's a game coming out and they're like, yeah, man, we want to put this on early access, we need to try to get funding. Obviously, we're trying to build this game, but we don't have the funding. We need more money. And PC gives them that option. Xbox gives them that option too. So I mean, it's not like you don't have access to that stuff. But let's face it. I mean, most of the games that come out and that they struggle with are games that are in early access, obviously. But so right now, I've got the 7900 XT back in there. I did a poll the other day. People were saying that they would, like, more than 50% wanted 7900 XT coverage, and that makes sense because you can get them as low as 720 right now. So I decided to throw that one back in there. I uploaded a video tonight already, some Horizon Forbidden West, running that game at 5K, and still above 60 frames a second. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run a bunch of games this weekend, some of the popular games, and I'm going to show you how they run and how they look on the 7900 XT. And I am thinking about going through and looking at some of the games that I have on Xbox and PC, and maybe run some of those side by side, or run it on the Xbox first, then run it on the 7900 XT, and then maybe do a little bit of side by side action so that you guys can kind of see how these games look. It is kind of hard to see, across the internet, on YouTube, stuff like that, but the fluidity that you can receive and that you get by playing games on the freaking PC, man, is awesome. So I want you guys to know that. Like, I guarantee it, man. If you guys went out and you bought like a mid-range PC, I'm talking like 4070 Super, 7800 XT, 7700 XT. Like, if you bought a card or a PC in that class, like, it is going to obliterate your PS5 or your Xbox Series X, and you're going to be like, gosh dang, I didn't know gaming could be this good. Now, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to try to sit here and tell you guys that, like, the more you spend, the more you get. I mean, in a way, yes, but I mean at diminishing returns. Like, you're coming from your console, and you're going to a mid-range PC. It's gonna blow your freaking mind. Like, you're gonna be so like you're gonna be in a honeymoon phase for so long, and you're just gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's so great. The more money you spend, it's not going to amplify that at all. At all. Like, I recommend, like, this is why I recommend going into either, I mean, even like a 7600 XT or a 4060 Super Ti or something, you know what I mean? Even that's going to obliterate both of your consoles, but that's going to be a lot closer to the console experience. But if you go one step up to the mid-range and you get in there and it absolutely blows your freaking mind, you're going to be like, wow, I didn't realize just how much better this experience could be. And see, here's the thing, guys, and I say this all the time. If you go to the very top right out of the gate, it's a lot harder to go back down than it is to go up. Like it just is. There's no way you could go out and buy an Xbox Series X and be like, yeah, you know what, man, I'll be just fine with the Series S. That's not going to happen. Like, you're not going to be able to do that. So I recommend mid-range, because mid-range is pretty much where you're probably going to want to stay. That's going to be the most cost-effective and get you the most bang for your buck. in terms of, you know, power to performance ratio across multiple generations. Like if you get a mid-range, and see, here's how it works, and it is expensive to be a PC gamer, but it's not so expensive that you can't do it, if that makes any sense. So yes, your initial purchase is going to be, you know, about $2,000. I would say about $2,000. That's going to get you a really good PC. That's going to get you really good parts, really good, you know, a really good stable build right out of the gate. $2,000. Yes, you can go about 15 to 16 or whatever as well, but I figure if you can find a way to pull together $2,000, I mean, if you bought a PS5 and a Series X, you're already halfway there. So if you can come up with the initial cost of $2,000, and then you make it, you know, one generation or two generations of like PC GPUs, before you really start to need to think about upgrading your your GPU, then you upgrade your GPU. And then maybe like the next generation or whatever, then you can upgrade your motherboard, your CPU or something. And trust and believe, like once you get into this, you are gonna want to upgrade. You are gonna want to keep going. You're gonna be so blown away at how much money you save with the games that you're gonna be buying. You're gonna be blown away with the overall performance and everything that you're gonna get. And you're gonna have so much more control over just being able to lower settings and stuff to keep that card going even longer. That's some things that I've been like really testing, my friends. Like I went out of my way to punish myself to buy all this stuff so that I could try to make better content for my friends that are on Xbox that want to move forward, because Xbox kind of makes it easy for us, guys. We buy a game on Xbox, we get it on PC. Right when you download it and play it on PC, your save transfers over. Like it's seamless. It's just like smart delivery on the consoles. So when you get in there and you start playing and you start enjoying things, pretty soon it just becomes like second nature, just like your regular your Xbox and stuff. I'm not against pre-builts. A lot of people are going to be against pre-builts, but I'm not. I'm not against pre-builts. I think that getting in and getting like doing like a part picker thing and then having like somebody build it for you, that's the kind of pre-built I'm talking about. I'm not talking about going out and buying an Alienware, any of that proprietary garbage. Don't buy that. Get a PC, like a pre-built that is built with real parts, that's got, you know, that you're going to be able to customize and take parts out and put new parts in. That's the way you want to do it. Do not buy proprietary. I learned that lesson pretty quickly. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks when you're trying to upgrade and do things because you're limited in what you can do. It's slightly better, like those proprietary PCs are slightly better than a laptop. You got a little bit more upgradability, but not much. So yeah, I do recommend, you know, when you do go PC, you go into the mid range. I think that's a pretty good spot. Like absolutely, if you build it yourself, say you go with like an AM5 platform or Intel's, you know, older platforms, you can get those even a lot cheaper. Like you could literally build what I've got right now for probably $1,500 now. That's how much the prices have come down. You can go AM5, you can get real cheap memory, you can get a cheap CPU, you can get a cheap you can get everything like really good, and that will still last you a long time. So yeah, like going into PC is pretty good, and it is definitely worth at least your interest. It's definitely at least worth your interest, or at least looking into it and maybe seeing what you can do. And obviously, if you're watching this channel, you're going to keep hearing about this stuff. You're going to keep getting familiar with it if you watch the content. If you don't watch the content, then there's not much I can help you with. But if you do watch the content, you will start to understand, you will start to see things, you'll see the mistakes that I've made, and you'll be able to, you know, not make those mistakes. I don't recommend doing a laptop, guys. I know it is very, very, I know it's like really like, ooh, gosh, I could just get a laptop and I could get this. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I promise you, you will not be happy. You will regret that pretty quickly if you do a laptop. Unless you absolutely have to do a laptop for like travel or something like that. I don't recommend a laptop. They're a lot more finicky. You don't have as much, you know, like you don't have a whole lot of being able to upgrade that at all. And stay away from the proprietary pre-builds. Those are like your HPs or your Lenovo's or your freaking, Alienwares or any of that stuff. Just stay away from those. If you're looking for one like iBuyPower, Skytech Gaming, NZXT, any of those ones that you can get, that you can like pick your parts, have them put it together, and then send it to you or something, that would probably be your best bet. Honestly, if you've got somebody local, find a local PC shop, go in there, pick all your parts, and have them put it together for you. I wouldn't expect you to build your own car. I don't expect you to go from consoles to building your own PC. Definitely get professional help so that you know that it's going to be done right, so that you don't have to worry. And then those guys are going to warranty it for you, and that is very, very important, especially for your first PC, that you have a warranty, that you have some sort of tech support so that they can help you figure things out, because they know what they did. They built your PC. You take it to them and be like, all right, this is not what's working. Make sure you got some help, Yes, I'm not saying that it's going to break down a lot. Definitely, it's not like that. It really doesn't. It is pretty stable. I know a lot of people out there say it's not stable, but I think that the people that have unstable experiences, my friends, are the ones that build them themselves, and then they get a problem, and then they freak out about it. Like I freaked out about it when I first built this PC, but it is pretty easy to build a PC. It's like something you can do and not have a problem with it. But yeah, guys, I just want to help people find their way, maybe come over to PC, stop worrying about like these consoles and stuff, because once you move away from the console platform and over to PC, you look back and you're like, gosh dang, dude, I can't believe I was missing out on all of this. And then you get to go back and you get to buy a whole bunch of older games. You get to play those, and my gosh, man, I'm telling you, some of these experiences that I've been buying and going back and playing, it's like they're completely new games, and it really is just incredible. So, all right, my friends, if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.